Hello, today we are going to be ranking every single Premier League team for the upcoming 25-26 season. Let's go. Bottom place is Burnley. I have nothing against Burnley, I actually quite like them. However, I just don't think they've got enough about them to stay in the Prem this season. I do, however, like Marcus Edwards, and I'm very keen to see how he performs because he ripped Tottenham a new one when he was at Sporting, and he's a very, very good player. 19th place belongs to Wolves. Wolves have lost Cunha. Obviously, they got a good price for him. However, how are they going to survive? I don't think they will without him. I do like Strand Larsen. He is a big old beefy boy. Also, 20 mil from Dortmund for Fabio Silva. You killed the man, but not the idea. Welcome back, Alvaro Morata. And the final relegation place up for grabs is going to not Leeds, not Hermione, Sunderland. I am going against the grain with what everyone's saying. Obviously, they've recruited well. They've bought half the world. It is usually the promoted sides, right? They buy so many players in a hope that it will work, but I don't think it's going to gel. And for that reason, I am out. I'm not out. Sunderland are out and down. They will be relegated. Goodbye. 17th is going to the team who were greatest in the Championship last year, which is Leeds. Leeds, welcome back to the Prem. Very good. Nice to have you back. I think Leeds will survive by the skin of their teeth. Daniel Farke clearly cannot cut it in the Prem. They'll be doing a patch-up job by the time he leaves and through to the end of the season, and they will just be playing catch-up, trying to not get relegated, which I think they will avoid. What is going on there? Everton, similar to Southampton, and everyone's views about Southampton. Southampton? I feel like a lot of people have got Everton down to extremely well this year. You know, top half of the table, and I've even heard some mentalists suggest they're going to get close to Europe, which obviously they won't do. They got Dewsbury. They've got Dewsbury Hall. There we go. And Tiano Barry, who obviously will have a lot to live up to this year with a name like Barry. 15th place is going to Brentford. Everyone's got Brentford down to be relegated this year. I think they've still got enough within the squad to not die. But then again, at the time of filming, they have lost not one, but two goalkeepers, their club captain, their starting centre-back, their star man, possibly their star striker, their manager, and their entire backroom staff. Plus they've signed Jordan Henderson. They might get super relegated. We just don't know. 14th place is going to West Ham of East London. Now they've lost a few mainstay names, i.e. Kudus, Kufal, Antonio. They have, however, signed Callum Wilson from Newcastle, and Kyle Walker-Peters from Southampton. You know Kyle Walker-Peters, you know, the young aspiring fullback. He's maybe, what, 22, maybe 23 at an absolute... He's 28. He qualifies for senior fish and chips now. What the fuck happened? Signings aside, it will just be good to be in the top half for them, which they won't be because they will be 14th. 13th is going to Nottingham Forest. Now, let it be known that if this video was where do I want teams to finish, they would be all the way down, back to step 7 football. I hate Nottingham Forest. I am glad that it wasn't just the Tottenham fans, by the way, that said the Gibbs White contract extension video wasn't mental. Possibly one of the strangest videos I've ever seen in recent football times. Away from that side, yes, they've got some good players still. They've got Gibbs White, 2 centre-backs in Murillo and Milenkovic that are fantastic. Chris Wood and his super soldier serum last year, who the fuck knows where that came from, but will he replicate it? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna do the heights that they did last year, and they will be sitting comfortably in 13th place. Hopefully, 23rd place. I know it doesn't exist, but that's where I want them to be. Fuck them. 12th place is Fulham's this year. My golly gosh, they've made some nice kits, haven't they? Away from the footballing aspect for now and just purely cosmetic. Wow, I don't think, to my knowledge, that they've signed anyone this season, which is obviously worrying, but teams do it. It's something you can do what you want. Don't listen to me. I spent £8 on some cable management sticky pads that still has the cellophane on. So who am I to tell you who to buy? I'm surprised Anthony Robinson didn't get a move. However, if he can replicate it this season, I'm certain he'll go next summer. But you know what you're getting with Fulham. Middle of the table most years, very much like the next team, which is Crystal Palace. This is very much dependent on one thing, and that is Eze. If Eze leaves, they'll have no creator in the team, just one massive stallion who's French, and his name's Jean-Philippe. The question as well, who would Eze pass the torch to in terms of who is Palace's best player or next best player? I would say owner of the crispest hairline in the league, Mr. Adam Wharton. We have no hairlines like that in our club. Not one. Or do we? Into the top half of the table now, and we are starting with Brighton in 10th place. They've lost João Pedro to Chelsea. They've lost Evan Ferguson to Roma, and all they're left with is a very decrepit Danny Welbeck, who's 34 years old, to score enough goals to, in their hope, get them European football, which I would say is just a little bit ambitious. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. He might have a stroke and die before he does that. 9th. This one's going to hurt me to say. Tottenham. Yes, I mourn the death of Ange. Let that be known. It's the end of the Son and Kane era, which is obviously very sad to see. Without Son, without Maddison, who scores? Tell me that, who scores? That's why I put us so low, because I think although we will be defensively sound, we are going to struggle to score. Now, 8th place is property of Bournemouth. I like the way they play. I like their players. They are very, very good. However, they have just lost Kirkes, Boyson and Zabiani, so they might concede a fuck ton. Defensively worrying, attacking wise, Kluivert, Semenyo, Evanilson. I don't know the man, but I think he's going to score a lot of goals. He is in my Premier League fantasy team. It's just a gut feeling. I think they're going to be sort of lower top half of the table. 7th place is going to be Newcastle. Newcastle, yes, they have been embarrassed, having been rejected by just about everyone. But St James's Park has always, and I think still will always be, a bastard to play at. Geordie fans are crazy. They've got square heads and round bodies. How does that work? I don't know. At the time of recording, Isak is still at Newcastle. I think he'll be a Liverpool player by the end of the window. I think they'll be fine. I think their attack is good. They've got Gordon, they've got Elanga now. If they get Wissa, that's good. I think they'll be fine. They've just had a bit of a rotten window, that's all. Getting into the European spots now. 6th place is Villa. Emery is a very good manager. They've just signed Evan Guassond. That's probably not how you pronounce it, because that sounded French. So of all Premier League clubs, I did not expect it to be Villa, who will operate in a 4-4-2. Can you class Watkins as a shithouse? He's over 6 foot, right? 2 shithouses up top. The game is slowly coming back. We're getting wingers that take on their man. We're getting flying kicks to the head of Hector Bellerin. Give me a Premier League team that will contest for Europe with 2 massive meat wagons up top. It needs to be seen. It needs to be done. Villa, it's on your shoulders. Europa League spot. 5th place. Congratulations, Manchester United. I don't want this to happen, okay? Let me tell you one thing. I just think it's gonna start to click for them this season. I really hope it doesn't, but they've bought well. You can't say they've not bought well. They've got Mbermo, they've got Cunha, Sesko, who I think will do a little bit better than Højlund. I don't think he'll blow the water out of the boat. That's not a saying, but we'll live with it. Bruno's now got competent players in front of him, which is a scary thought, because although I fucking hate him, unbelievable player. So now that he's got decent targets in front of him, that is a scary thought, and that's why United will get 5th. Now it's time for the big boys, the big 4, the big 1, 2, 3, 4, the big Champions League 4. I'm gonna stop that right now. Arsenal 4th. I hate them, let that be known above anything else that I've said in the video, but I'm gonna take my Tottenham head off and be as biased as I can. I just think time's running out for Arteta. I think this is his, what, 5th season, 6th season in charge? I think they've put all of their eggs in this one Gyökeres shaped basket, which I think is, if you're an Arsenal fan, obviously you're probably quite excited, but I also think if you peel a few layers back, it's quite scary, because if he flops, what have you got? I just feel it in my loins, and I will say it, if Gyökeres doesn't work out and they have another trophyless season, I think Arsenal fans will start to turn on Arteta. 3rd place is Chelsea. Chelsea have bought a lot. And Chelsea, should we just say, have got the greatest business model, maybe even better than Brighton's. They buy a mediocre player, and then in 1 to 3 business years, they sell said player to Arsenal for more money. Pedro, Gittins, Delap, soon to be Garnacho. Similar to United, I just think it's going to click with Chelsea. I think there'll be more hits than misses with this recent transfer window. I do think their defence is horse shit, let that be known. Cowell's just got an ACL, so they've got no starting centre back. And who's their cover? Badiashile Fofana? Is he still alive? Lots of goals will be scored, but a lot of goals will be leaked. But I think they'll score enough goals to land them in 3rd place this season. Okay, here we are. In the end game, the winner of the Premier League 25-26 season will be Liverpool. It will be Liverpool. I will get onto them in a second, starting with City in 2nd. Although it's going to be a transitional time for City, they're going to have to figure out what a De Bruyne-less Man City side looks like. Haaland, it'll tighten that knot at the back of his head and he'll fucking score goals. And who else? Cherki, a Frenchman from the French league with lots of skills. We've seen this before. Miss you every day. But no, City, I think they will do very well this year. I think Haaland will score lots of goals. I just don't think they're going to cut the cheese enough to make that top spot, which will be going to Liverpool. Obviously, everyone's saying where are they getting their money from? They're allowed to. They won the league. They've sold Núñez, they've sold Diaz. They didn't spend the year that Slot came in. It's all legal. It's just fucking mental is what it is. I don't even think, and I will put my neck on the line for this one, I don't think Liverpool are going to lose a game at Anfield this year. I don't think they'll be an invincible season. They will be beaten in the league this year. I just don't think at Anfield. That's my big claim this year. So that is my Premier League table prediction. If you agreed with any of them, please let me know. If you hated some of the things I said, let me know as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really excited to be posting some football content finally. I've been thinking about it for ages. There's gonna be all sorts of football content on this channel, rating things, reviewing things, maybe even some five-a-side mic'd up. Who knows where this channel will take us. Anyway, I've been your boy Manners. You've been bloody lovely, and I will see you in the next video. Love you. Goodbye.